This is hole 10, 324 feet, par 3. OB all along the right side. Super hard gap to start the hole. You just need to get something out there. We're gonna throw the hex on a slight hyzer. Honestly, I think this left gap seems like it's easier to hit for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but I think I'm gonna go with it. I'm just gonna throw it just flat, hopefully slightly high, and hope it kind of turns for a little while and then fades. Nice and easy. I think we have a putt. Super happy to hit that gap. For some reason, throwing like slight ante or flat for me, I bet that was probably still like 5 degrees of hyzer or something, but what I think in my head is flat, it's easier to hit gaps with than hyzer flips. And I'm not sure why, so I throw more hyzers, but yeah, I've kind of learned if I want to hit a gap that's close to do that. We're behind a tree, so we're gonna have a really crap putt, but the worst we can do is a par. So I'm gonna use the disc flip as well because I am, the back of the disc is like against a bunch of branches. F it, I'll just use not the disc flip and straddle out pretty far. If we can hit this ante putt, put ourselves 3 down, we will be super happy. Come on, baby. Whew. It's bad. All right, well, this is hole 11, 343 feet up and to the right. The basket's in the middle of this big clump of trees. OB left, and I think OB short right. So basically you want to get 300 something feet up straight and then right. I'm going to throw a slab here on forehand and just try to get it as far forward as I can before the stability takes over and kind of skips right. I'm hoping we get up there 300 feet and then it skips, you know, 20, 30 feet and leave ourselves like a 13-foot putt or something. That would be perfect, but just a nice chill forehand skipper. Yeah, skip. Okay, I think that's probably like a 35, 40 footer, but it's a good shot. Exactly what we wanted to do. Would have been nice to get a little bit longer of a skip. I don't think it skipped too hard, but if we would have skipped to just a nice flare skip, we would have been legit parked. So I either have an ante putt or a hyzer putt. I think I'm gonna play the hyzer putt this time. Try to get high, bust out the Ezra Robinson little side stance. I'm gonna give this one a baby run, not too hard because I don't want to roll away here, but let's see what we can do. Okay, that was awful. We hit a branch, but should be able to clean that up. This is hole 12, 356 feet, par 3. I think it's OB left only. I don't know about right, but it looks like death anyways, so we're not going there. We just gotta throw something that just goes straight for a long time. Don't let it fade, don't let it turn. We're throwing the proxy hard on slight hyzer and just hoping it flips up and rides straight forever. Turn, please turn. I think that's inbounds, but it's pretty bad. So we landed directly on the path. It was actually a pretty good shot. There was some wind that I didn't feel from the tee. I think it was left to right though, so maybe it actually helped us in the end. We have like a 40 footer. We're gonna give it a good bid. Don't leave it low. So we're gonna make some strokes back here. Ooh. This is hole 13, 337 foot par 3. There's no T-pad, but I think this line is where you're supposed to throw from. It's over this mound, I think in the trees down there. So we need to throw a slight hyzer through this little gap here that doesn't fade too much. We're gonna throw the hex. Yeah, we should be able to hit this shot pretty easily. Just want to there, not too much hyzer. I think that's one of the keys. Then again, I don't want to flip this up, so we'll see. Should be a nice relaxed shot. I think that's perfect. Ooh, it's fading a lot. Hit a tree. Okay, it's not perfect anymore. It's all right. We're actually short. We are exactly left enough. We just didn't throw it hard enough, which I was kind of scared. I was kind of scared to throw it too hard and go into these trees and go like, you know, over there. There's actually another hole right there. So I didn't want to get caught up in here. But we actually have a putt. It's a downhill, low ceiling 40 footer. So we're gonna lay it up. I'm just gonna pitch this up there on a little tiny bit of ante so it kind of just slides forward and hope it doesn't roll down the damn hill. All right, that should be good, I think. This is hole 14. It's a 466 foot par 3. It's through this beginning gap. I don't think there's any OB on this hole. Also, we're 2 down. I just looked at the score between holes. This hole looks pretty hard. The right is definitely death. I think the left is okay. And the basket's on the right side, like behind all these trees basically. So you'd have to throw like a 466 foot slight turning shot. I think it's too hard to throw. So I'm gonna throw a crave and just try to get about 400 foot of distance. Hit the gap, get 400 feet of distance, pitch up, take the par. I think this hole is crazy hard and I feel the most confident hitting this gap with the crave. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, we did not get the distance I wanted, and I think we're kind of screwed because we hit the right side trees. A little too low. I think I was just scared of hitting the gap or the ceiling. We were much better than I expected. I thought we were up in these trees somewhere. We were gonna have to like forehand out and spike in. We're kind of right in the middle of the fairway. So we have about 200 feet to the pin. I want to throw something that doesn't skip because I don't want to skip and go in the woods to the right of the basket. So I'm gonna throw the Berg X forehand on a hyzer at that tree right there. Try to keep it to the left of the basket if I can. He's got to not mess the shot up. Yep, sit down. Oh my God, is it parked? So this is exactly why we throw the Berg X. This is just straight a cliff. So if we would have rolled at all, we were super screwed. The Berg X doesn't fade hard on forehand or backhand, so you don't have to worry about it really spiking down unless you throw it on a spike hyzer angle. We'll take that par and we'll be super happy about it because this hole seems like crazy hard. If you don't hit that first gap, you just are completely screwed. It's hole 15, it's a par 3, 323 feet. Basket's right here. There's just a big valley between you and the basket, so you have to hit pretty much an island or you're down in the crap, which I don't think is OB, but it's not good. So we're gonna try to throw an envy on just the slightest hyzer out right here and just see if we can kind of cruise it on into the basket. It's 323 feet, so I have to put some oomph on it and throw it semi-flat and just hope the envy does its job. Fade, fade. I did its job by going crazy far. I'm not moving my leg here. I'm just gonna send this with no leg movement because there's actually a thorn just stabbing into my quad right now. So, by the way, while I'm here, this disc goes too damn far, man. It's like, it's not really great for my putter slot because I keep overshooting everything. This is 322 feet. I put it on hyzer. I'm like 30 long. Like, how far does it go, man? Anyways. It's fine. Lay up. God damn it. Oh, okay. All right, this is hole 16. It's like a 650 foot par 4 up and way to the right. I think it's about 300-ish feet to this landing area and then like 350 feet to the pin. Honestly, I want to throw a backhand turnover that just bombs out there. But I think long is just awful, and there's OB on this side, like the close side. So I think just a nice, hard, standstill forehand with the Halo Destroyer on hyzer. Just push out there, get to the landing area. Second shot, really send it for like 400, and then hopefully we can get the birdie. Just cannot let this turn over under any circumstances. I don't know what the wind is like, so I'm just gonna throw it on a shitload of hyzer. Don't go OB. Okay, we're good. I actually just, like, I don't know if it was early or late release that, but it just popped out of my hand by accident. But we hit this hillside and got to skip up into the landing area. It's not the best spot, and we only got about 200 feet of distance tops, but we should be able to just pump something from there and take the birdie. Okay, this course has the most OB I've ever seen on any course in the world. From the tee, for there's like a 10-foot lane all the way up to this landing area. So all of this right and left is OB from the tee. And they actually mark it like if you if you hit there, you're so screwed anyways. And then they just take a stroke as well. It's like, this course is crazy about the OB. Anyways, we made it up here. We got a nice little kick off this hill. We're 400 feet from the pin, I think. So we're gonna throw a hyzer with the Volt. Out at this pine tree right here, we're gonna go over the OB. And we are gonna try to park this puppy and take the birdie. We gotta really rip it kind of hard on hyzer. Just trust that we're pro. Push, short. Okay, I think it's slightly short, slightly too much hyzer, like 2 degrees, but we're up there. We're huge. This is about a 15-footer, maybe 17 or something. But we played it just like we wanted to. Short to the landing zone, pump something hard. Volt, super good at not turning over. If you even put on a little bit of hyzer, you can trust it's not going right. So we just got to make the putt for the birdie. And yeah, big arm will save us some strokes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Woo. All right, on to the next. All right, this is hole 17. I think it's 415 feet. Par 3. It's down in these trees to the right. There's a Mando on the right you have to go to the left of. I don't think there's much OB, but that is basically death. So we're just gonna throw a forehand. I don't think I can get there with a standstill forehand, but I can make sure I don't go OB and I do hit the Mando with a forehand. So try to chuck it on a little hyzer, let it flip up right at that dead tree. Just finish right and hope for a little skip or something. Get us near the pin. Not the best skip and not the best distance either. We need to put a little higher, but we should be able to pitch up and take the par, I think. All right, basket is right up in these trees here. We are about 110, 120 feet away. It's kind of going to be a hard shot. There's a billion guardian trees. I don't think even if I hit the turnover correctly, I would have a very good putt. So I'm pretty glad I went with the safe shot now that I'm seeing it. But what we're going to try to do is just throw this bird kind of hard and low and have it just skip up, hopefully, to the trees. And if we get lucky and get through them, it'll be nice, but I don't really see a great play here other than like, we could also forehand it, but we run into the exact same issue of if we don't get the skip, we screw up. Actually, that's a better play. I lied. We're forehanding it. I think it's safer. We just got to make sure we hit it kind of hard and low. Okay, that's too much fade. Get a good tree kick. Good roll too, maybe? I don't think that's going to be a putt. I think it might be right behind the tree that's going to screw us, but we should have something like an Annie or a hyzer putt. So we actually do have a putt straight through this little gap here. It's about a 25-footer. I would love to hit this and save par. We just got to be confident. Put it through the pole. I mean, the roll away potential is awful, but we're not going to roll away because we're going to bang the putt, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, we didn't roll away, but we did not bang the putt. It was very good on line, just a little low. I think this roll away was definitely in my head. I'm going to tap it in. I don't know if you guys can see me, but that's a bogey. So I think we're maybe 2 down, 1 down for the round. It's a long walk to hole 18. This is a 460-foot par 3. You shoot down. I don't know what the elevation drop is. It's far. It's got to be over 100 feet. Actually, I don't know. I'm just guessing. But basically, it's a 460-foot straight shot, but the whole ways downhill, and there's a bunch of growth, so you can't really throw downwards. Which means you need to throw something that basically never fades. This proxy fades, but I think it's the best chance I have. I want to throw it flat so it turns a little bit, hopefully through this gap of trees or right over them, and then just slowly comes back. I'm okay with parring this hole. This is one where I feel like you can really screw yourself if you try to bite off too much. And I think we have a good round going. My goal today was to shoot even. So we're just gonna rip this one time flat, A little tiny bit of hyzer actually, pretty hard, and just let it drift forever. Okay, that is way too much. Oh, drift, baby. Okay, it's fading out. I missed my line by quite a bit. We were tired. This is a pretty hikey course, and it's been pretty hot, and there's not much sun cover for most of the course. So we went from not being able to play because it was raining to playing a course that's just sun everywhere, which is nice. But this is much better than I thought. Usually when you have shots like this, they're always much better than they look, because I guess the vantage point makes them look worse. But it's a bad putt, don't get me wrong, but hopefully we can just lay it up. I'm gonna run it just for funsies. Hyzer, kind of a jump putt, I think. Hope we can put it under the basket. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll just get a lucky stroke. Pretty okay with it. All right. That finishes up the round here at NSRA Disc Golf Course. I'll put what the rating was for this round under. I think we ended at 2 under, I'm pretty sure. It was really fun, lots of challenging shots, and like shots like this that I don't ever get to practice, so I don't really even know what to do. I think the proxy was the right choice. I just put on slightly too much hyzer and didn't throw it quite hard enough. It's weird though, because you have to go downhill but throw up because there's trees. But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, get out there and play one of your local courses and maybe record it and start your own thing. Thanks. Peace.